The key to happiness really isn't what you have or what you own, it's about what you do.
We all have an opportunity. It's not just a responsibility, but we all have an opportunity to do better.
It's not just about food. Ultimately, it's not even just about saving animals. It's about saving ourselves.
Need motivation? Then grab a smoothie and keep watching Real Times. She's Miyoko Schinner, and these are our top 10 rules for success. I hope you enjoy. All right, let's kick it off with rule number 1, do better.
We all have an opportunity. It's not just a responsibility, but we all have an opportunity to do better. And so whatever my talents are, I want to put them at work in a way that I can inspire consumers to buy products that are better for them, that will have a lower global footprint, and save animals.
Rule number 2, and my personal favorite, honor culture and tradition.
Part of food for me isn't just about going plant-based, but really honoring culture and tradition, because it's really food that created culture. It was when we stopped, when we discovered fire, that we learned how to cook, and that created people came together around the fire and made a pot of soup rather than just foraging on their own. And cooking is really what made society possible. So I think it's really important that we all get back into our kitchens and learn to embrace all the different cultural contributions to what made us human. And most of that has been plant-based.
Rule number 3, do something for others.
The key to happiness really isn't what you have or what you own, it's about what you do, whether you're doing something for others or not. I mean, countless studies have shown that when you actually do something for someone else, it brings more happiness for you than, owning something or getting something new. And so every time you choose a vegan meal, you know you're doing something that's good for the world, good for greenhouse, for reducing global warming, good for your own health, good for saving animals. So every time you're doing that, you are taking, it's an activist stance. It's something that you're doing that is making the world a better place, and that makes you feel better. So first of all, I think when you go vegan, you just become happier because you know you're doing something that's good for the world.
Rule number 4, connect with food.
The more you are actually connected with the real food that you're working with, the more fun it is. We're meant to actually go out in the fields and grow things and pick them. That's how we've grown as human beings. We've become very disconnected from our food. We're disconnected from the farms, and maybe we can't all grow our own food, but you can buy fresh food from the farmer's market or from the bulk bin, and you can turn it into something that is wonderful.
Rule number 5, be vegan, not just plant-based.
There is a debate going on right now about whether products should be called plant-based or vegan, and I am vegan all the way. I hold the vegan banner up high, and I feel the more we use that word, the more mainstream it's going to be. Vegan is so much more than plant-based, because plant-based is really about your health, and that's also important. If we don't have our health, it's hard to do much of anything. But vegan is an entire lifestyle that embraces the sustainability of our entire planet and all the inhabitants on the planet. So I feel we need to promote veganism as much as we can, not just through activism, but through the products that we make.
Rule number 6, engage in your community.
Be the phenomenally proud vegan in your community. Engage in your community. Don't run from it. Don't go off on your own onto the pure vegan mountaintop. Be in this world. This is where we live. This is where we have to do the work. The work isn't off on our own. It's in the world.
Rule number 7, eat whole foods.
I think people are moving away from processed foods. There is growing awareness about the health benefits of a whole foods plant-based diet. So even if you come upon veganism through the animal rights angle or the environmental aspects of veganism, eventually you get to a point where you don't feel so good eating a lot of triple-decker donut sandwiches. And you want to eat more of a whole foods plant-based diet. So everyone eventually gets to that point, I think.
Rule number 8, connect with animals.
This planet belongs to all species. And at some point, we need to learn to connect with other animals too. About a year ago, we started rescuing farm animals, and we now have various goats and sheep and pigs and a cow living with us. And I've developed a relationship with all of them. I know it sounds crazy. I know a lot of people say, you know, my dog's my best friend, my cat's my best friend. But I found that you can actually have a very, very powerful, valuable relationship with other species with whom you don't share the same language. It's been a really powerful experience for me. And so I really hope that as humans, we evolve more in that direction, where we really do, on a deep level, begin to appreciate all species and realize that we're all here, we're all connected.
Rule number 9, be the best human being possible.
It's not just about food. Ultimately, it's not even just about saving animals. It's about saving ourselves. I mean, this isn't a religion or anything, but it's about a life where we start to reflect on how we can become the best human beings possible. What does the word human mean? What does it mean to be humane? How do we apply the word humane to something like humanely raised animals? How do we do that? How do we really become humane beings? That's something we have to ask ourselves. That's a project for each and every single one of us individually.
And finally, rule number 10, make a delicious change.
We all have the opportunity to make a difference to people's taste buds. And that is really the power that will change them. Because it doesn't matter. The work of animal equality is so important to give people the knowledge, the truth of what is happening. But the only way people are really going to make a change is if you get to their stomachs. They have to know what to eat. Oh, it's like, oh my God, it's so terrible. What's going on out there? How am I going to make a change? And that change has to be delicious. And so it's just wonderful that vegans are such foodies, and we are all revolutionizing the world. I mean, it takes all of us to do it. I'm so proud of everyone here because I know you guys are all doing it. And I'm one of those lucky ones because I get to wake up every single morning, and instead of wearing a glittery sequin gown, I get to put on dungarees and go down and shovel manure for all my happy farmed animals that were rescued from situations like that. So let's change the world together so all of those animals will be free.
So that is a lettuce wrap. Thanks for watching this video. I want to know your personal favorite down below. Let me know, like the video, share, subscribe, whatever you do if you like it. And I'll catch you in the next episode. Peace and PMA.